One of the top luxury home builders in Kansas City just released this brand new model home. And while we've toured a number of their other flagship plans, like the Clydesdale Reverse, even a custom Clydesdale 1.5, the Appaloosa, and several others, in this video, we are going to tour one of the most anticipated model homes of 2025. This is the Caspian by Willis Custom Homes. 4 beds, 4 baths, 4,293 square feet. It's on a daylight lot with a sunken patio, 3 tiers of outdoor living, and it comes in at $2.195 million. Now for this one, we've got to start with the elevation, which might look a little familiar. They had a model over at Aventino. They got a ton of traffic as well. I love this stone. You've got 4-side stucco all the way around the house. Black windows, modern beam, which has become a design element in a lot of these plans. Modern light fixtures, tons of upgrades to the landscaping, and these aluminum glass panel garage doors. They are tinted. We're going to show you what the inside of these look like. It is the opposite of what you would expect to see. But I love, even just from the curb, you've got all the landscaping upgrades, the paver overlay with the stamped concrete walkway up to the house. They even did this on the steps leading up. But one of my favorite things, and one of the things that's kind of rare to see with new construction homes, is doors like this. They've got some weight to them. We're going to show you a couple things, even the sound that they make when you close it. And this glass right here, it's smart electronic glass, and I'll show you what that means here in just a moment. But this is the view as soon as you step inside. We're going to give you a little sneak peek. We've got to keep some of these design elements in our back pocket. So we'll be breaking down each of them as we go throughout the video. I will put the floor plan on the screen. This is a brand new one. We've done a number of videos touring various Clydesdale Reverses, their flagship plan. This is very similar. It's got some similar elements, the smaller footprint, a smaller version of that plan, but this is easily one of my favorite, most beautiful homes that we've ever been able to feature. So I'm going to do my best to do this home justice here, but it's really worth coming out to see in person, and we'll break down exactly where it's located in a moment. The front doors, they have some weight to them. You've got these beautiful handles. They bring in a lot of light, and you've got the transom up top. But on top of all of that, they even do this. At the flip of a switch, you've got smart electronic privacy glass here. We have no idea how this actually works. Apparently there are a lot of little crystals in here, and the switch activates them, but I thought that was really, really neat. The other thing is this sound that this makes, and we'll get up close so you can kind of hear it just a little bit, but it makes the most satisfying little click there, which I really, really appreciate. Now we'll take a couple steps back, because in a house like this, there are a lot of ceiling details. You'll see them in virtually every single bedroom we go in, and also every space throughout the house. The first one is right up top. You've got the box vault with, looks like the wallpaper overlay there, the cove lighting, the modern crown molding, and then the 3 upgraded light fixtures to match. Couple other things you'll notice throughout the house. We've got 8-foot solid core doors. They're heavy. They've got a modern panel and design we don't see in many homes. And they also are dark with accents. So around the corner, we're going to show you one of the first. You've got a linen textured wallpaper there, very subtle, gold light fixture. I think it's a really tasteful add to the entry of our first bedroom / office. It's currently staged as an office, and you will see another linen designer wallpaper, as well as the corner windows, which really add quite the flair to the elevation outside. Of course, another detail that we should add, a lot of new construction homes nowadays, we're not seeing a lot of crown molding really anywhere, but we've got it here. This is modern crown molding. You'll see it in most of the bedrooms here. They added the recessed lights, and you even have this light fixture, a little bit of veining in it, and there is a ton of stone throughout the house, which you'll see as we make our way. The final thing here, we've got the engineered light hardwood floors. They extended these into the office where typically we will see like a carpet or something like that, but more on that in a moment. And then finally, in this bedroom, we've got the closet. It's a walk-in, even though this is the smaller version of the Clydesdale. Couple big differences. You still get that walk-in closet, which is really nice to see. Not all of the flex rooms off the entry will feature that. And then straight back, we've got our full bathroom. I love that you've got the built-up overhang, the backsplash on the sink, the wall-mounted faucet, the downlighting. Going to see a lot of that, and it looks like a quartzite top. And then, of course, the Euro glass panel shower door, the accent splash behind, and very, very subtle veining throughout. But we're going to make our way around the corner. We put the floor plan on the screen in the beginning of the video. And right here, what I want to point out, we've got the garage entry, and then we've got the front entry. And the reason I'm pointing this out is because a lot of times the garage entry is completely divorced from the front. The nice thing is, even if you're coming in through the front door, you got a boot bench right over here with some really neat cabinet doors. But we're going to head straight back. And the first thing that I want to start with is like this area of the main floor. And one of the most notable things is you have a wall of windows here. It's absolutely beautiful. There's a steel floating staircase with white oak block treads. We'll show you that as we get to the lower level. The stair rail, all glass panels, so your view's not obstructed. And you can see the light well there that they added for even more natural light. The reason we're starting here is because one of the things you'll see in a lot of this builder's homes and floor plans is a wet bar on the main floor. A lot of reverse 1.5s, a lot of floor plans around Kansas City, you'll really see these in the lower level. They decided to add them on the main floor because not everybody spends all of their time in the lower level. So you've got two different areas where you can do quite a bit of entertaining. This one's really neat. The first is you've got what appears to be a natural solid surface stone. We think this is quartzite. There's a lot of stone in this house. Upgraded poles, gold hardware. You've got the under the counter beverage cooler right here, which is cafe. So are the rest of the appliances. One of my favorite parts, you'll see it when we get to the screened in deck outside. You have a sliding window here. Keep in mind, we'll get to in a moment, 3 tiers of outdoor living. You have the ability to serve right from here, which adds quite a bit of functionality to the bar. But one more thing before we get to the kitchen, there's a detail in there that I've never seen in any house before. A lot of Willis's homes will see these floating backlit mirrors in a lot of the entryways. This is almost, it appears to be new iteration of that concept. You've got translucent stone, whether it's Cristallo quartzite or whether it's onyx. It looks absolutely beautiful. They trimmed out the surround of it. They've added the lighting. You even get this built-in cabinet right here with the mitered edge and built-up edges. What I really like about all of the Willis homes that we go through, one of the details that I always look for, my dad's a builder and he's very particular about his materials as well. You've got a manufacturer finish inside, which is a really, really big deal. A lot of builders you'll see around Kansas City, that it all depends on who you're using and what you're looking for. A lot of the time, we'll see the insides painted on site or stained on site. This manufacturer finish, really, really nice to see, especially in a home like this. But point being, this is very impressive. I find this very unique. We've never seen anything like it in a house before. And I like how it contrasts with all of the natural light coming in. And then you've got that design element right there. But we are going to swing all the way around here. We'll get to the great room in just a moment. What I really want to show you is the kitchen. And there is a lot to break down here, but we're going to get the big one out of the way first. Alex, if you keep walking backwards, we're going to kind of own in here on the face of the island. They have taken the same stone that you see on the island. They've carved out this decorative, what looks like a mountain. They've added some backlighting to it. That is the same slab carved out. So it's not just, you know, a faceplate or anything like that. It is the same thickness. The other thing I want to mention, we're going to see something downstairs that is really, really unique, but you have the waterfall edge. On top of that, they went ahead and added the mitered edge as well, which is why you see the built up around the island as well. So this, it looks like a natural solid surface stone. So definitely not a quartz. You can feel the veins and the movement in it, which is a telltale sign that it's a natural material. The other thing is, if you look at the walls, you'll see the lighter stain contrasting with the darker walls. They took this same stone facing all the way up on not just the hood, this perimeter wall, they did it on the other perimeter wall as well. So even over here, we've got the stone facing backsplash. It goes all the way up to the ceiling. It's even above the cabinets, which is very, very impressive. But I'm going to backtrack just a little bit. Now, so I'm going to have you swing right around here. Because now that we've addressed all the stone, we're still not even like halfway there. You'll see quite a bit downstairs as well. But now we got to break down the kitchen itself. I love the hood right here, the stain color. It really pops. You've got the trim detail to add just the right amount of texture. Upgraded slide-in range. Over to your right, we have a stacked microwave oven, upgraded cafe appliances. One of my favorite things is the separation you get here and all of the perimeter space. So you've got the glass cabinet doors. I love the staging here. They did all the darker dishware. And then, of course, you've got all of the lighting back there. Fridge is already installed in this one. They already have blinds coming that will be installed, that have been installed in the master bathroom. But I really, really love the setup here and all of the stone that was used. One last thing is if we get a close-up of these poles here, you've got some knurling on them. They tend to do this in a lot of their homes, but their allowance for upgraded hardware is incredible. So the hardware, it's one of those things where if you go through a lot of homes, you tend to see the same stuff over and over and over and over again. I love how unique this is. We don't see it very, very often. But right back here, we'll get to the pantry in a moment. Actually, we'll give you a shot of it real quick. Everything's lit up in there as well. After we get to the master, we'll make our way around to the drop zone, the pantry, the garage entry. This might look familiar. I'll show a shot on the screen of the Clydesdale. This is a very familiar setup because what they tend to do in that plan as well is the box vault, the suspended white oak details with all of the lighting up there, even down to the very tasteful light fixture. And on top of that, one of the big things is this corner glass fireplace. You've got two sides that are glass, so it's completely see-through. And then on top of that, we've got a floating hearth with quartzite that goes all the way up the ceiling. Alex, if you swing around here and get a shot of the face of it, you've got beautiful stone that covers that entire wall. So it's not just the quartzite, it's also the stone back here. And I love that you've got the built-in niche back there with the floating shelves. And of course, more lighting. You can't have enough lighting in a house like this, and they really did a very good job of it. Now, every single one of the models that we've gone in, that Willis has built, there's been a whole home audio and entertainment system. So you're hearing a little bit probably of the music in the background. Everything's already set up for you, which is really nice. And of course, you're seeing all of the lighting and all of the electrical that went into this home. But we are going to head out to one of, I think, this builder's, one of the best things that they do around Kansas City. There's not a whole lot of emphasis on outdoor entertainment. We've got Four Seasons. It's like a lot of like these really, really, really big, expensive homes that you'll see in like a California, on the West Coast, the East Coast, etc., that have outdoor entertainment setups. We tend to not see that a ton around Kansas City. I think this builder does a really good job of it. And this is just one of 3 examples. It is a completely screened in covered deck, stone fireplace from floor to ceiling. You've got the full view screens, so there's no trim piece that's obstructing your view. There's wrought iron rail. On top of that, we've of course got composite decking, which is super low maintenance, really easy to take care of. And if you get a close-up on the backsplash inside the fireplace, you even have a herringbone pattern back there, which is just details, 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 and more details. But we mentioned in front of the house, you got the black windows on the outside. They've carried that all the way around. Box vault up top, outdoor audio system, and then you've got the 4 recessed lights. I will put a drone clip of the rear elevation on the screen. This is just one of 3 levels of outdoor entertainment, which is why I say this builder does a really, really good job of emphasizing that part and the livability of the outside of the house. One more thing, I almost forgot. This is like one of my favorite parts of this. You've got the sliding window we mentioned with the wet bar right here. And you've got the suspended slab, which gives you a countertop space. I think that is a really, really, really nice touch. And of course, you're seeing the 4-side stucco all the way around the house as well. But we're gonna head back in. We'll get you another shot of the face of the island. I love that. That is so unique. You can see all of the grooves and all of the natural detail in that stone, which is, oh my goodness, that has taken it to a whole. This carries a lot of weight, but I think this is one of the most beautiful, well-designed homes that we've walked through. Of course, everybody's taste is different, but all of the iteration of all of their concepts that have been time tested over and over and over again really shows here. We're going to break that down here after we get through the master. But this might look a little familiar. We saw it off of The Office. It's a linen designer wallpaper to add some texture and pop. The gold fixture up top, we have the light fixture with the veining, the cove lighting, the white oak detail. And Alex, if you step back a little bit, I do want to highlight the stained modern panel doors here. They're 8 feet tall. They're solid core. They've got some weight to them. I really like that touch as well. But we're going to slowly turn the corner to the master. There's more. There are plenty more ceiling accents and details to go here. So the first one, of course, you got the box vault, modern crown molding. You've got the detail on the ceiling. You're going to see that in a moment as well. Cove lighting. And then I love what they did with this accent wall. You've got the mirrors to bring in natural light, the trim surround. And on top of that, 2 other things here. One, the size of it, really, really nice. To your right, we've got the 3 windows, 2 casement, 1 picture in the middle, motorized blinds already installed. You've got the whole home audio system reaches even in the master here. And of course, leading in to the bathroom, where you go right across the hall where we just entered. This would be one of the differences, one of the main differences between this and the Clydesdale plan is how this is situated. So as you walk in, you've got the wall-to-wall vanity. We'll break that down in a moment, but the big one is you have a wet room. These are becoming more and more of a thing you'll see in luxury homes. It's where the tub and shower are all combined. This whole thing is covered in tile surround. And one detail that I really want to point out, which I think is so cool, you have a polished finish to all of the sides of this tile, except right back here. And we'll get you a close-up of this. You can feel the textured tile, which is just beautiful. I love how seamless that matches everything else. And then, of course, as we make our way back out, I love that you've got the wall-mounted faucet for the tub. It's gold, the clear handles. They match the faucets in the vanity. And then you even have this fluted texture, which is why I pointed out that textured tile that really, really complements what we just saw around the corner. Last thing here, this is all 0 entry. The drain is over against that accented tile wall. You've got a rain head, gold hardware. This is all Euroglass panels with the clips. And of course, we've got the alcove here. I love the lighting. I love the darker enameled accents. You've got the suede top, so this is leather. It's got a really nice feel to it. You can see the gold faucets there with the clear handles. And of course, you know, we already mentioned this, but should point it out, the manufacturer finish interior of the cabinets throughout the house. Now up top, another ceiling accent. You saw that in the master as well. Cove lighting, the box vault, the modern crown molding. That same wallpaper is actually around the corner in the water closet here. And then of course, we've got the makeup counter with the floating slab there, and then the floor to ceiling mirror, which just brings in a ton of light. Now, one thing that we see in pretty much all of the Willis master closets is this adjustable face-framed shelving, all of the valet rods, which makes it more convenient to access that storage up there. The built-in shelving right here, which is perfect. And then of course, I forgot to mention this in the master bedroom, you got the upgraded designer carpet. It's got a great feel to it. You can feel the thickness of the pad under your feet. And then of course the decorative mirrored cabinet doors here with gold hardware and the perfect spot for a dresser. Now, everything behind us, this is the laundry room, we've got the pantry, and then we've got the drop zone, so the garage entry. So we're gonna head this way. The first thing that you'll see here is the stackable washer dryer. You've got the built-ins up top, the knurling on the upgraded hardware there. But this creates a lot of efficiency with the space in this plan. Around the corner, what I love to see here is that you've got this owned, upgraded, solid surface countertop. And of course, plenty more built-ins. The nice thing is this is right off that master closet. But if you're wondering, Nick, where's the sink? Like at this price point, we'd certainly want to see one. The nice thing about this layout is you've got a sink right here. This is the pantry. I love what they did here with this wall. It just adds a nice flair to it. You've got the chevron backsplash here, which adds just the right amount of texture. The color of it goes really well with the floating lit up shelves. And of course, the white oak stained glass panel doors with the white surround. That is a really neat look. Top of that, you've got all the storage here. You've got the drop zone area right here. Plenty of cabinets. And you even have a tower across the way as well. Now, one other detail that's very hard to see is this cased opening. This is that same quartzite facing that we saw on the kitchen. So it's nice to see they carried stone here as well. Again, a lot of stone in this house. Final part of the main floor is we've got the garage entry. I promised we'd show you that. We will in a moment. You've got the drop zone and mud bench with the smoky mirror detail here. What I really like about this is all the storage. It hides everything, conveniently fits in that space. And then, of course, you've got the drop zone right here. All the lighting, the stone detail and the backsplash. Really no detail was missed here. The last thing I want to point out here is you've got a lot of pocket doors here just to make it more efficient. What I do want to point out, if I can get this open, is even these are 8 feet. You've got solid core to these, so even these have weight. They're dark enamel, which costs more because you need a deep base to get this color. And you've got the modern panel design. But speaking of modern panels, this is what the inside of the garage looks like. Those doors, a lot of the time you see the glass panels, it is lit up in here, which it is because they added all the lighting. But these have just the faintest privacy tint to them. You can't see, nobody can see in, which is really nice. It gives you that privacy element, just like we saw with the smart glass on the front door. But this is really nice. I know those garage doors, they are not a cheap expense on a house like this, but they add a ton of functionality and the design element on top of that. Both the garage door openers upgraded, they're already installed. The whole garage is painted. And what I love to see is they added these LEDs up top as well. Now, before we go down to the lower level, which you got to stick around for, there's a gym down there, a sunken patio, and we're also going to show you the third tier of outdoor living and the second tier, because we haven't gotten to that one yet either. But before we do all of that, we got to break down the builder and also this community and where you can build a home like this. Willis Custom Homes, like many home builders around Kansas City, it's a family business. They're a generational home builder. And that's one of the biggest differences between our market versus a lot of places around the country where you can buy or build new construction homes. And that's because we have hundreds of local home builders here in Kansas City. Willis Custom Homes have been around for 60 plus years, and you can see the level of their craftsmanship in this one. Excellent to work with. They've got a very well-functioning process to take you start to finish through the home build, or They've got even a couple limited options that you can buy that are move-in ready or just several months out from being complete. Now, where we're located, this is called East Village of Leawood. We did a video about a month or two back about it. They've got twin villas as well as single family homes. Three of some of the best home builders, including Willis Custom Homes. We also have J.S. Robinson Fine Homes and Don Julian Builders, who we feature on the channel several different times. This is a mixed-use development. They'll have several different types of housing. It's right off of 133rd Street in the city of Leawood, which is perfect because you are minutes away from all of the shops up and down 135th Street. So this corridor is a really popular location to be in. A couple other places that you can build a home like this that we featured on the channel. Aventino, it's a big one. It's almost sold out. I believe Willis has one lot left for an Appaloosa, which we've also featured on this channel before. Another one is right across the street. It's off 137th Street. It's called Regents Park. They are building an artisan home tour house. It's a brand new plan called the Uptown. You're seeing the footage on the screen right now. It's under construction. It's going to be beautiful. Nice thing there is you've got several lots that can accommodate a 4-car garage. So a ton of different options with this builder. Another one, we've filmed Century Farms a number of times on the channel. The Clydesdale reverse there, still available for sale. The lot utilization is impressive. It's a daylight lot. They've got a sunken patio, very similar to what I'm going to show you in just a moment. But any questions buying, building a new construction home in Kansas City, you have a ton of different options, communities, floor plans, builders to choose from. We go through the best every single day of the week and help people just like you find options sometimes they didn't even know existed, and also save a ton of time and money in the process. I'd love to do the same for you. So give me a phone call, text message, email. We'll set you up for success. We're going to head down to the lower level. I'm going to give you a moment. We'll put the floor plan on the screen right here. I'm going to reinvent the wheel just a little bit. You have a steel floating staircase here, white oak block treads, which is just beautiful. You've got the glass rail, and then when you get downstairs, the layout is very impressive. And we are going to start with the bedrooms because we got to save the best for last. So we're going to show you. There are 2 bedrooms down here. We had the flex room up, we had the master up. So around the corner, one of our first bedrooms, again, you've got the black door, modern panel design, upgraded high tread carpet. Nice thing is 4-side stucco window well. They put landscaping rocks in there. So very nice appearance compared to like inserts or just concrete like you'd see in a lot of homes. This one has a private bath. I love the light fixtures there. You've got the upgraded countertops. Around the corner, we've got the closet that's walk-in, and of course the Euro panel glass door on the shower, the accent wall, the penny tile on the floor, and the upgraded threshold. But we are going to head over to bedroom number 4 in the house, and you'll get a shot of the full bathroom. I think they just did a great job. But we're going to start here. So you get the box vault, 4 recessed lights, which is really nice to see. Of course, this light well is a little extended, which is why you saw it in the other bedroom. And we have a walk-in closet right back here, which is a really generous size. All of these bedrooms, sometimes, especially when you've got 2 bedrooms in a reverse, sometimes they can feel a little tight. This one, you've got plenty of space on both sides of that bed. This bathroom might be one of my favorites in the house. That is because this entire wall is textured tile. You can see the grooves. It adds a really nice element. You've got the floating vanity there, the white oak stain. I think the countertop really pops with the lighter stain on the cabinets, the darker hardware. And then of course, you've got the shower with an extra deep bench in there, the glass panel door. Of course, all the upgrades. I do want to call special attention the veining in this to pop with the darker matte black hardware, the lighter countertops. Just a very elevated look. So now that we've done that, now the fun part. So this is the seating area down here. Of course, we've seen this a couple times now. Box vault, cove lighting, modern crown molding. This is a really good area. Pool table, card table, whatever you'd like to put here. Kind of a dining area down the lower level. Keep in mind, this is situated for outdoor living. One detail, this entire thing will light up. Right now, all you're seeing is the slab on the wall. Yes, there's a slab on the wall. It's lit up right now, but in the future, once they completely finish this will all light up. So we're going to take a few steps back because I hinted at this when we were upstairs looking at the kitchen island up there. This peninsula, you've got the waterfall edge to it. I have no idea what this top is. It is certainly a natural stone. You can see all of the veining. You've got quite a few colors like the red, the darker greens, the darker teals, etc. But why not take this slab all the way up the wall and put some lights behind it as well? I mean, this is just, there's a lot of stone in the house. The backsplash, you've got this tile that goes wall to wall, countertop to ceiling. It's got some texture to it. And we'll walk around the bar here and get a little bit more of a close-up for you. But I love to see it. It's very tasteful. Lots of very subtle textures. They all complement each other throughout the house. You got upgraded faucet, composite, Blanco, sink. Of course, you've got the built-in under-the-counter beverage fridge, cafe appliance, and then, of course, the floating shelves there as well. But I like that this is all tucked away. And then you can see all of the windows and natural light coming in here. Keep in mind, this would traditionally be a daylight lot. And that's one thing that I want to break down. We've already talked about the outdoor living, how well this builder builds outdoor living into how the home lives. 3 different lot types in Kansas City. This could be confusing, especially if you're trying to decide what type of house to buy or build. Flat lots, the most common, basements below ground. You have window wells. There's no access. Usually there's a patio off the main level and you don't have a deck in that situation. Daylight lots like this one, typically the standard exterior added features are a deck. Builders usually charge extra for stairs down from that deck to the backyard. Then downstairs in the lower level, you get some daylight windows that are above ground, but you don't have an exit. Typically, you only have an exit with a walkout lot where the basement is actually above ground, or a walk-up walkout lot. What we've got here is a little bit of a hybrid. They've added a sunken patio. We're going to get to that in just a moment. I break that down because that massively changes how this feels. If this was just a standard daylight lot, we would not have as much natural light down here. Cost would also be quite a bit different. But I love that you've got the built-in media center. You've got the white oak cabinetry there. I love the texture on the side of it there with all of the floating shelves, even more lighting. And yes, that lower level is actually all drawers that do pop out. Around the corner, we typically see a gym in a lot of their homes or a theater, one of the two, but they've got this space in a lot of their plans, and I love how they use it. You've got the wall-to-wall glass panels, the French pivot doors with the clips and the matte black hardware, and then coming in here, the whole home audio system, which you might have been hearing throughout the video. That's music in the background. You've got it in here, the fan. I love that the TV, you've got the outlet for it, and then you've got the floor-to-ceiling mirrors. All of this very tastefully looks out to the sunken patio outside. And yes, you've got plenty of unfinished storage spots. There's one back here, and then there's one right back here. But we are going to move to this sunken patio, and I might have locked it. I have trouble with this in every single one of the videos we do, unlocking these doors. But I love what you've got out here. Diamond cut, stamped patio down here. You've got the drain. We get that question a lot. What about water? They put a drain down here, so you don't have to worry about that. You're also seeing the 4-sided stucco even below. A lot of the time, you're not going to see this finished up here on the ceiling. They went ahead and added the detail. And of course, you've got the speakers, the black windows, the modern light fixture. But Alex, I'm going to trade spots with you here. You can see the upgraded slider. But I love that you have this stone top surrounding the sunken patio. And then of course, you've just got a ton of space out here. So sitting area, dining table, you got landscaping rocks right back here surrounding it. And then I mentioned when we talked about different lot types, staircases aren't always included off of the deck. Let me show you this. So it's not just the stairs up, which keep in mind, fortress, iron rail, composite deck material on the staircase. And this gets us to our outdoor living. Now, if you want to dive deeper into some of the elements that go into buying or building a new construction home, get a better handle on all of the differences in builders, lot types, etc., there's a free guide. It's linked at the top of the description. And I have spent a ton of time making sure that provides as much valuable information in your process as possible. So totally free, top of the description. This is our third level of outdoor living here. I mentioned you've got the deck stairs. From our first level of outdoor entertainment to this second level, they just went above and beyond. You've got the paver overlay with the stamped design, just similar to what we saw down there. The fire pit, it's custom. I love that you've got the darker stone, complements the pavers you see down below. And then one feature that we saw them add at Aventino is the fountain. Huge rocks. You've got all the upgraded landscaping. Even to the left, you've got a little bit of a retaining wall step so you could access every part of the yard. But the reason this appeals to me so much is because we rarely see outdoor living. It's usually a patio or a deck, and that's the extent of it. Here, you've got 3 different levels. This is clearly a house built for entertainment, and this has easily been one of my favorite ones to video. So big thank you to Willis Custom Homes. They do a great job. Always excited to see their homes. We will be doing a tour of their Uptown, their artisan home tour house that's currently under construction in another community across the street. Big thank you to Cameron and Roberta, the listing agents here at East Village of Leawood. As always, any questions buying, building a new construction home in Kansas City, feel free. Give me a phone call, text message, email. We go through the best options every single day of the week. A lot of choices to make. And there are a lot of options that many people don't know exist because of how many different builders we have here in the area. So I'd love to help you out. Feel free to reach out anytime. 2 videos on the screen before you go. This is a playlist of all of the Willis Custom Home tours that we have done on the channel. This is the video YouTube thinks you'd enjoy the most. So click here or there, and we'll see you on the other side.